Hello and welcome to your Synastry chart reading. So the first thing I'm going to do is make this bigger, right? And then I am going to get rid of this panel over here. So hi and welcome to your Synastry chart reading. So we have your chart here on the inside, right? And then your partner's chart on the outside. And I got the information from what you sent over to me here. Uh, I didn't know your partner's name, so I just put Rayann's partner. So we are going to be getting into the way that your energies connect with one another. So take a trip back to elementary school when they told us that we were made up of protons and neutrons and molecules and atoms, and that we are essentially just condensed matter, condensed static that we can see because we all have different, like, beer goggles on, reflected by light, just all that weird scientific stuff, right? Which essentially means we are human radio receivers. We pick up a frequency and we can send out a frequency. And this works sort of kind of how, like, when you know someone's lying to you, but you don't have any evidence, but you just get a feeling, that's because your radio receiver picked up on the signal even without you knowing. So these charts represent how our radios work, how we receive energy, right? So when you put two people's radio charts together, you see how they interact with one another, what they're meant to be teaching one another, and how they've known each other in other lives. So these are essentially the blueprints for your soul's journey, your life this time as the particular human that you are. So we're going to get started on your first house and go around just going over how your energies are working with each other to sort of give you an idea of what the purpose of this relationship is, because there are a lot of connections here. So, I mean, I guess anytime you're with somebody, there's probably going to be a lot of connections, but these are more long term, more binding in some way, shape, or form. So let's get to it so you don't have to guess. You've already been waiting long enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your patience. So, first and foremost, we have your first house. This is the house of who you are as a person, your character, right? Your identity, your physical body. Here you have Juno in first, which means that you are your own soulmate, typically, right? But you have this marker in this person's fourth house. This means your soulmate from a past life family, right? Another marker or indicator of this, because this is their fourth house of home, right? This means at some point you're meant to have a home or live with this person. Your Mars, which makes you the queen of this person's castle. Also your Chiron, it'll be the place you heal or the thing you will learn to heal is your anger, your control issues, your ego rage. But you'll also be a comfort to this person, helping them learn how to take control of their boundaries within their family with this setup going on. So over here, we have your Jupiter, which is your growth and expansion. Yours is in their sixth house. This means on a day-to-day basis, you just want to help them live their best life. Like, what can I do for you, baby? How can I make your day a little better? And guess what? You see this person, your person's South Node and Vertex, right? Vertex is a karmic event that is meant to happen. It is a very important part of the journey and what you wanted for yourself in this life, right? This is your partner's Vertex, right, with their South Node, which is the thing that they wanted to get back from the past life to pivot them into their new life, right? It's in your fourth house of family. Conjunct mean working with your moon. So this is past life family. Absolutely. You guys have been together in a partnership. So this is your husband, possibly could have been your wife last time with this going on last in this way. But with your moon in their sixth house, you are meant to be emotionally available to this person on a day-to-day basis, just helping them bring balance to their life. This is what y'all did in the past life. It is what y'all already know very, very well. So over here we have your Pluto, I'm sorry, his Pluto, his or her Pluto. I didn't have the person's name in your fifth house. This means there will be a change in the way that you perceive relationships and sexuality and what you enjoy for fun. The same thing sort of happens here because your Pluto is in their seventh house. So their concept of partnership changes with you. Might also be power struggles sometimes, but definitely a transformation in the way that you guys merge with one another. This is like your creativity moving with their sexuality coming together to build something beautiful here. Now, over here we have your vertex, which is your karmic event, and your north node, which is what you're going towards. So you moving into this person's eighth house means that you are coming for like some deep transformation in general, and you're bringing that to this person. You're helping them turn their shit into sugar, if you will. You're helping them to move towards finding the silver lining in all that they have been through in this life. That's where you're headed, into helping them accumulating wealth for themselves through overcoming their difficulties, right? So we have Ceres, which is the nurturing marker, what this person needs for nurturing, right next to their Saturn. So this is some I messed up my words. This is a sign that this person is bound to healing in this life, right? But this shows up in your sixth house. So for you, this is a part of like your workload, but also the debt they want to give to you, being able to love you the way that you love others in some way. And by that, I mean, once you show this person how to be more optimistic, they'll be able to give that back to you eventually, because they are learning that they value, because this Venus, how they love, and Uranus, the change that they want to make in this life, right, is learning to love more freely, more optimistically, more hopefully, to be a little bit more joyful about the experience of being completely merged with another person. This also means that you guys can move towards earning money in a foreign land, somewhere where neither one of you were born, starting your legacy somewhere completely different. Okay, so over here with this Neptune in your sixth house, right? This means karmically, once again, you guys being together in each other's day-to-day life. This person wants, on a day-to-day basis, wants to give you value, wants to give you love, wants to work with you, care for you, is sort of the setup here. Now, with your Uranus, which is the radical change here, the fast marker, the thing you want to make a difference with, is in your karma with this soulmate. A lot of what you have been through in this life and your other relationships, and the same for this person, is a reflection of the fact that you guys wanted to be prepared for this particular relationship, which is conjunct this Juno soulmate marker here. So the way that you conduct yourself on a day-to-day basis, handling your routines, really talks to this person. Now with your, I'm sorry, their Juno, which is their soulmate marker, in your seventh house of partnership, this means this person is a partner to you in that way, the same way that you are a partner to this person at home. You assist this person with their legacy, with their career, helping them become the person they want to be. Now, over here we got this person's sun in your eighth house, which is great because you have your North Node in their eighth house. This is about transformation. This is heavy Scorpio stuff, burning away the past, burning away the traumas that you guys caused each other in other lifetimes. I can't wait to see the composite chart, which is going to tell us exactly what you guys are to each other. Because here, this person is making a big difference in your sexuality, even possibly having you think about having polyamory, or y'all can have open relationships, multiple people in your relationship, or just this friends to lovers trope going on here. But you are learning to merge into another person, to look at deeper parts of yourself than you would have with anybody else. Seeing yourself through someone else, or seeing things about yourself through someone else, comes up. Over here, we have their Mercury, which is the way their mind works, right? Right next to your Saturn. So you are in some way bound to assisting them with communication. This also means that sometimes you might shut down the way they communicate because of what you believe in. So it's important that you look out for that. You don't want to limit this person's mind, as in this life, they are being quite prophetic. With their Mercury in Aquarius. This also means that this person can be very interesting, very cut and dry in the way they speak and things. So that's a hurdle that you guys will have to come over. Also over here, we have your Lilith, which is your dark feminine energy, right next to this person's Jupiter. So there is something about the way that you have the ability to emotionally manipulate or even be emotionally attached that helps them grow in their wishes and dreams. I know that sounds really weird, right? But this is your dark feminine energy. You're knowing the way you call them out on their stuff, the way that you are not afraid to go after what you want in regards to them, is a part of what they really need to feel, that everything they have to do in this life is worth doing. Like they need to feel like a hero in order to do what they need to do, because it's a big mission, especially with them having 10th house and 11th house planets, right? So over here we have their North Node in your 10th house, which means that I feel like a lot of your stuff means you guys will work together, y'all be known in each other's career, maybe co-workers at some point, could possibly have a business together. But this area over here is the piece de resistance, right? So this person's Mars and Moon, which means his feelings are attached to his sex drive, right? Is in this person's 12th house. So mainly all the regrets this person have is because last life they were sort of, I don't want to say abusive, but yeah, it looks like they could have been abusive in the last life. Um, and they want to rectify that this life through, look at this, Venus and Mars I'm sorry, Venus, it is Mars, but Venus and the moon, past life love, right? Ceres and Mars. That means you are comforting his masculine energy with your feminine energy to bring things into balance, right? Because last time he was a little too turned up and it didn't go how you guys wanted it to go. Um, some difficult energy, right? But this person is learning. That's wild, learning how to be in a partnership, but then also learning how to take time to themselves while still appreciating the way that you love and give appreciation. Y'all are going to have a good balance of time by yourself, sometimes traveling by yourself, or just it feels like a very independent relationship where you still get to maintain your identity, but understanding that you always have somebody there for you, if that makes sense, right? So over here, we have your sun and your south node. So you're coming from being like the same person twice in their second house. You help this person with their sense of value, their sense of self, appreciating their mind, using their words, because there's that communication marker. Chiron is a wound. Their wound is in their ability to speak because it's in Gemini. You shine a light on that by helping understand them, right? Also over here with your Mercury, the way your mind works in their second house, you feed them back their ideas in a way that they can understand, hey, that my thoughts have value, which is going to help this person with earning money for themselves. It seems like there was a lot of pain around self-worth and not having as much when they were younger with this going on. So the last thing on this chart is his Lilith, his ability to emotionally manipulate because it's in a water sign in your unconscious house. So, oh my goodness, no. Okay, I thought based on this that he was the husband from the past life, which could have been the case because it seems like you guys have had multiple lives together. But with his Lilith in Cancer, right, in your 12th house, this means that you are carrying the old feminine karma that he had at one point. So some of the stuff that he did as a wife, you're doing as a wife to show him not to do that. And this revolves around emotional manipulation and the words that you guys use when your feelings are hurt. So let's look at this composite chart, right? To see what the natal chart for the relationship would look like. What is the overlying goal for this? So twins, you guys are twins. That's important for you to know. Your drive is in talking with one another. This also means y'all might argue a lot because unconscious over here, sometimes you guys don't use your words in the right way and it causes a little bit of issue with you guys. You don't say what needs to be said all the time. Now over here we have your wound in family. That's connected to your moon, so past life family. So you'll be dealing with some of the ripples from the last life issues that you had coming back up again. You guys are learning how to step away from everything you learned in childhood and come together in a sort of friendship love where you guys get to blossom through who you actually are and not who your families wanted you to be. So you are bound to a family business in some way, shape, or form, earning assets, through your creativity is what it looks like here. You're going to earn the most money or expand the most when you guys are traveling or when you guys are doing something 3 hours or more away from both where both of you guys were born, possibly even on the internet. A lot of this stuff says that you guys are pioneers, you are go-getters. Y'all are going to come up with things that have not been thought about before, technological advancements. And you will find that most of your partnership is dictated by great conversation and creativity. This could even be arts like painting. Horseback riding isn't an art, but it's great, and it could be great for you guys because you have your Juno, which is your soulmate marker, at the very last degree of Libra. This means painting, classical music, wine, aristocratic things, fashion, beauty. All those things are areas where you could potentially make money for yourself using your creativity, your creative minds together, and your imagination, because you're supposed to be combining your efforts at home and as you are out in the world learning about things together that you want to share. So I'm very interested in hearing your feedback and how this played out for you. So thankful for this opportunity and your patience. Have a great evening.